Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Bruce Scott. Bruce Scott is a builder of people and companies with an expertise in partnerships, business development, sales, and leadership. In his career, he has discovered the key to success is not much to his extensive experience or education. It is the simple practice of supporting others in achieving their goals and together realizing success. He has also learned that when there is an excellent direct client relationships and stellar channel partnerships motivated to solve a client challenge, there is no limit to what can be achieved by a well-synchronized team in a collaborative environment. Driven by compassion, service, and integrity, he specializes in sales management, sales operations, business development, and business strategy. Well, good afternoon, Bruce. Welcome to the show.
Great. Thanks for having me, Brian. Wonderful to be here with you.
Absolutely. This is exciting. And Bruce, I've known you for a few years now, but I traverse the globe. I've talked to people in 40 different countries. And what's nice is to come back to the hometown here virtually in Kansas City. Again, welcome. We appreciate it, especially all those Kansas City guests. So thank you. So Bruce, jumping right into here, I want to ask you some questions around your career, marketing, sales, a senior executive, and you're now the founder and principal of BTS Consultants. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Well, I appreciate that, Brian. And what really inspires me first is to be of service. And in my career in sales, it's been all focused on that. And also that I'm forever curious. I'm looking to learn, engage new ideas, new concepts, new technologies. And I do that through a variety of means, including podcasts like yours and webinars and events and talking to a lot of great clients. One of the things I think that really helped me with my career was to be able to listen deeply and listening to understand before talking to be understood. And so I like to bring to my clients the insights and advice and recommendations that they perhaps have not heard before, and that provide them the opportunity to think about things in a little bit different way. So I enjoy that, and it's really helped me drive my career in solving problems for clients and helping them achieve their goals and drive successful outcomes for them.
That's awesome. And Bruce, I've known you, like I said, several years here, and you do bring that to the table for your clients and just for the community. I love that. So, Bruce, switching gears here, what was your biggest shift that you're seeing now in technology, in sales marketing, and where do you see client engagement going forward?
Fantastic question, Brian. I see two major shifts in the marketplace for technology companies, especially in the SaaS market. Jay McBain has coined the term for the 2020s as the decade of the ecosystem. And he referenced the 2000s as the decade of sales, the 2010s as the decade of marketing, and now in the 2020s, the decade of the ecosystem. And it's a broader concept than typical historical views of partners and partnership channels. And it really involves including looking at all of the partnerships you have, how you're engaging community, how you're engaging with influencers, and also how you're engaging marketplaces. A lot of clients are looking to simplify their journey in how they build out their technology stack and the solutions that they're engaging to address the needs of their particular organizations. And the challenge for them is, how do you make all these independent components work well together? And so they're looking more and more to an ecosystem where the solution is being brought to them as a complete solution from end to end, rather than the client themselves being stuck trying to figure out how to make it all work together. So that's the first shift, is this move from sales to marketing now to the ecosystem. And the next big shift I see from a technology sales executive standpoint is to truly embody that trusted advisor role. And one of the people I'm following here is Anthony Iannarino, and he's got a new book out called Elite Sales Strategies. And in that, he's talking about how do you bring those insights and those ideas to the client so that they have access to information from outside their four walls to what's happening in the business community and in clients that are similar to their business. And being that trusted advisor where you can understand and listen to what's going on inside their organization, what their goals and objectives are, as well as what their major change initiatives are and how they're approaching that. Now, bringing those insights from other clients and coming back to the ecosystem, bringing that comprehensive solution together for a client to help them address specific business challenges that they may have. So historically, sales and technology has been about features, benefits, here's my product, here's all the bells and whistles and fun things it can do, but it really didn't address what is the value that's bringing to the client, how can they envision that solution helping them solve those business challenges that they're facing on a day-to-day basis. So really, we have the opportunity to bring that visibility and knowledge from a trusted advisor standpoint to our clients from all these different verticals we've worked in. Maybe they're in manufacturing and you've been working in financial services, but what's going on in financial services has relevant information and knowledge and concepts that may be applicable in a manufacturing environment. So really, the two major shifts that I see are this ecosystem concept, where you're looking for building out for your clients as a provider, that community, working with the influencers, having the partnerships to bring the solutions to market, and engaging different marketplaces to bring that solution to market. One of the big challenges for clients is, you've got 500 vendors or 300 vendors, and how do you make sense of all that, and how do you handle all those individual procurements? More and more clients are looking for a marketplace where they've already got a contract. So whether it's Google or Amazon or Microsoft or one of the other great marketplaces out there, they can buy more comprehensive and more elements of their total solution from that one marketplace, so it makes it an easier transaction. So those are a couple of the shifts that I see happening, that trusted advisor and that ecosystem concept.
Bruce, that's awesome. And I appreciate that. And that's, why one of the reasons why I love these podcasts is I get to learn something new every single day from some great people like yourself. So thank you on those two perspectives. Definitely going to be helpful for the audience here. So Bruce, are you leveraging by chance any new or emerging technologies within your business? If not, maybe you found a cool tool or app that you might have found useful.
Well, part of my where I'm at, my consultancy is really, I've been doing a deep dive into cybersecurity. Obviously, it's a hot spot, hot place in the marketplace, and a big challenge for clients on how to deal with that. And the couple of factors that are happening in cybersecurity that I've identified, number one is the need to look at escalating the role from a within the organization role to a seat at the board role. The requirements for cybersecurity and the impact on the organization really do affect the board and the C-suite directly these days, especially as more and more regulations are coming out at a federal, state, and local government level. And so one of the major shifts I'm seeing in the market is around cybersecurity is elevating that chief information security officer role. And within cybersecurity, I'm seeing some exciting new trends with technology. And one is addressing this challenge of alert fatigue and bringing in more AI and ML. And one of the tools I've looked at recently is Darktrace. They appear to have a comprehensive platform. They have 90 patents where they're bringing a lot of capability for automation and AI to address these issues and potential cyber attacks quickly and efficiently with an automated, artificial intelligence. So faster than a human can look at a screen and see an alert and react to it, the AI has already taken action to stop the attack, isolate the situation, flag it to the people that now can take that next step actions on, okay, what do we do with this now? We've identified this threat, we've isolated it. Now, what are the next steps that we need to do to address it, from remediation to understanding what has been potentially impacted within our organization, and then what's that resolution. So that's one exciting new tool. Another one is a company here in Kansas City is FishTech and their new Sideris platform, which ties into Google Chronicle. So within their platform, they have the ability to engage petabytes of data on what's happening with regard to a particular cybersecurity incident. So now one of the challenges is, how do we have tools that can handle all of the information that's coming into the organization and that's happening within the organization to identify those potential threat actors? And so within the Sideris platform, they're able to leverage Google's Chronicle to give you not only a view of the last few days, the last few weeks, or a few months, but you can have a whole year's worth of data in there, and quickly, within seconds to minutes, look for those patterns and potential threat actors that are existing within your organization. And that's a revolutionary step. It's a quantum leap in terms of the speed with which you can analyze data and identify potential anomalies in the behaviors and the actions that are happening within the network. So I see these as exciting new technologies. They're helpful in a corporate environment, but also we're seeing a lot of federal, state, and local governments that are a little underinvested in the cybersecurity space. And so they're needing tools that can help them quickly make sure that they've got secure environments and that all their data is secured, both from internal threat actors as well as those external threat actors.
Thank you, Bruce. I appreciate that. And right now, I mean, there's a lot of emerging tech out there, but cybersecurity is obviously first and foremost the biggest threat right now to any organization. So I appreciate the gems on that. And Bruce, last question here. Could you share something from your career experience that might be helpful for those looking to grow their career in either marketing or leadership?
Appreciate that, Brian. There's a couple of areas that I see that are shifting in the sales and marketing world, and it also applies to leadership because these are really on the leading edge of what's happening in the market. One of the challenges we have from a sales and marketing standpoint, the latest stat I heard is that we're seeing between 400 and 10,000 ad impressions every day. And, as a CIO yourself, that there's no end to the number of emails, texts, voicemails, LinkedIn messages that are coming to you through all the different vendors and partners that are out there that are trying to bring their solutions to your awareness. So one of the things that I really see as a major shift that I think is important for not only sales and marketing leaders, but also the executive leadership, the C-suite, to understand is that this concept of the ecosystem, because the objective of the ecosystem in working with your partners, your community, your leaders, and your influencers and the marketplaces is that you're looking for relationships that are already engaged with your target client profile and working with them to see how can you build out that ecosystem so that you bring to your partner a more complete solution that they can then be bringing to their customer. So that's the first one that I would talk about for sales and marketing leaders, is really diving into that ecosystem concept. Alan Adler with Digital Bridge Partners and Jared Fuller with Partner Hacker are two people that are really leading a lot of the conversation around this area. And it affects not only sales and marketing, but it affects the product area, it affects engineering, it affects all aspects of the organization, because as you look at an ecosystem, you need to start thinking differently about how you're going to market. And you're thinking about what are the other pieces of the solution that we need to bring together in order to provide a complete solution for our client to help drive that ramp to scale for these companies. The second major technology or piece of experience that I've had. I've gone through my experience in sales, starting with Miller Hyman as a foundation for conceptual selling and strategic selling. And a lot of that was how we push to the customer. And now the new sales strategies are really around Anthony Iannarino and his new Elite Sales Strategy book. David Brock is another great thought leader with Partners in Excellence around engaging the client in the customer journey. 54% of initiatives go with no decision. And the reason they go with no decision is because the clients don't have the ability to understand how to make a decision that they have confidence in, that they know will be successful. And of those that do decide, I think the number is like 78% have buyer's regret. And so the challenge is, how do we bring those insights and how do we elevate the game from a sales and marketing standpoint to help the client manage their journey through the buying journey? It's not about the sales journey. It's about the buyer's journey and about the client's journey and coming to a solid decision that's really going to achieve the goals, the ROI, and the corporate objectives that they've identified for these major initiatives. So that's a couple of thoughts I'd have. The ecosystem and elevating that sales strategy as you look at including the customer buying journey as a focal point for how you engage with your end clients.
Bruce, that's awesome. And I've not heard that, but again, that's why I love to have guests is we hear a unique perspective. So I appreciate that. I really, really do. And Bruce, it was a pleasure having you on today, and I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Great. Thanks, Brian. It was a pleasure to be here. Hope you have a great day.
Bye for now.